Okay. So we have a few triangular formation. This is a monthly candle formation which I've picked. So if you can see, this is a larger view of the chart, and we are somewhere peaking somewhere at this point, which is 10,900, and it also shows a kind of wedge pattern. Usually, whenever these kinds of pattern are traded, so we have a huge larger participation on a longer side, but we are just kind of taking uh, we're just kind of taking a relief there. And if you can notice that this is a monthly chart formation, morning star pattern, we dipped in, and we have formed two you know small dodges there, and we're just trying to sustain this. So usually whenever at the top these dodges are formed, we see that the trend is actually capped, and we may see a shorter side reversal from this point. So if I take the base level of the middle candle, which is my criteria, whenever it cracks below, it will actually turn negative. So the moment we are below this Lakshman Rekha, which for me stands at 10,530, the move gets negative, and then we will take a support at this triangular level, which is at 10,267. Okay. So a lot of manipulation is happening. Looking at the screen and the data, I can see that Nifty 50 scripts are actually being balanced at some point. Some scripts are sold, some are bought. So if we just calculate, Reliance is now at 9,000, started rally from 900, went up to 2,000. It is split. It is roaming at 1,000 plus. Then we have HDFCs, we have HDFC Bank. So things are well in control, and the supply is largely on the mid cap side. So there is no room as such. If you feel like buying mid cap at this point again, so there is enough liquidity which is standing to actually control the price movement. So we are not getting that kind of bounce or appreciation, which gives us some value or confidence to stay in that script. So it seems as if mid caps are still not bottom, and there is some room wherein the script may make lower lows. So it is always a kind of worry which we are facing nowadays, and it should continue for a while. And since we have elections coming in, there is no fund participation in mid cap long term. We all know that we have 10% capital gain. So the LTCG scripts are now out of that system. So this is going to roll now. So if you have to make money at this point, then you need to understand all those 500 scripts. So few mid caps are already fallen. There are a few mid caps which have just started the new fall. So there is a room on a shorting side. Nifty will remain in the range. It will change the range probably. If we have capped at 800 now, we can actually make a lower low on Nifty. So probably we will break that 10,530. We can stand at 10,400, and the maximum support which we have calculated is 10,261. So probably it will be a gradual correction which will happen, and you won't feel as if the correction has come. But on a larger scale, if you see your portfolio, the portfolio is hit maximum because largely the retailers play in mid cap, and that's where they have downsized their market cap. So as I told before, it is again a professional move, and I've been tracking even started tracking 5 minutes candlestick patterns, because things are now more dramatic and well controlled, and the moment you are on wrong side, anything can happen. There's a larger volatility. We have seen that on the expiry day, uh, we have actually cut it low. People have not rolled over. On the next day, we have opened gap up. If you see on a daily candlestick, you will get a better picture. Okay, so we closed somewhere around here. We opened gap up, and that's where we went off. So we close here. People bought this because they have not rolled over. That's where they have seen the downside again.
Okay.
Okay. So it is actually Nifty is moving in range. I think it's better not to have that intraday play. If you are trade in small quantities and trade with stop loss. That's what I can say. It's I have started giving you call options and put options. The reason being that volatility is too much, and there is no sense to trade in FNO because the lot size is bigger, and it's a kind of kill on a retail side if we are having a loss of 10 to 15,000 a day. So just be a regulator. If we have traded Adani as well. You've seen the Adani, from 6 it went up to 10, even it touched 100 rupees today at the bottom. So on a larger scale, the things are actually moving down. Okay, so if you are holding the position, if you want to hold a trade in FNO, try trading on options, but be selective because scripts are actually changing the patterns on a long term. Even I was reading today morning ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank have started trading huge deliveries, probably 3 crores, 4 crore shares, but at the same time it is making bottom. So I was just calculating things. If ICICI trades well for 15 days below 277 or below 270, it can come down to 198. So just see the kind of debt, and most of the people are actually largely, people, if they want to invest in, they will go to HDFC or they will like to buy ICICI or a part of Axis Bank. So you have to just be cautious on buying these kind of deliveries. It may result on a negative side. You have seen the correct correction in PSU banks. So the PNBs we never thought at 70 rupees. We have Syndicate Bank, we have Allahabad banks. So these were the things which were well available on a shorting side few days before, and there are a few more scripts were getting ready on a shorting side. Okay, so on a mid cap, I think you should wait, and if you're a long-term buyer, keep collecting the 10%, 20%, or start putting in SIP. That's a better form to invest. So it's not a trader's market. I mean, especially for the people who are new to this industry, or just started or looking at television, they are trading, so they will lose all their capital. Better put that in SIP and save money. Okay, so today we close, and I think if you just see a 4-hour candle, you will find a evening star pattern there. So this is 4-hour candle. We have this morning star, then we form a long evening star. So probably this is the resistance for tomorrow. So 10,676. So probably hit to there. There will be again a kind of an attempt to go down. So this presently we stand 10,560 as a good support. Breaking below the scenario will change, and we may attempt this is a midline Lakshman Rekha I was talking about, and this is going to be the channel support. Okay, so that's how this triangular I've drawn this triangular pattern. So it will take a support. We have a flat double top here, 1 and 2. So just be cautious. Momentum is on losing side, although oscillators are a bit heated. So we may find short-term support at this point. But again, we need to watchful. So probably a sideways trend, and then we break down. Okay. So be very much selective on script before you trade. And if you're trading, trade less on leverage.